You ever thought you could take a little survival kit like this, or a first aid and survival grab quick bag, and actually be able to use it for a survival situation to make possibly your situation not suck as bad? Well, there's some caveats to this video, but we're going to test this and see if we can actually make like a shelter and stuff like that. However, the caveat being, I got my emotional support water bottle, I got a knife, and I got one of these things. First time, every time. But anyhow, let's see if we can use this to make a shelter and make something that you could actually, you know, maybe do in the woods. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So jump cut. All right, now this is by no means going to be a complete video. Now we're going to tailgate of my truck because I want to talk to you about the contents of this bag, things that I'm carrying, like that, emotional support water bottle. You get that. I'm not on a flat surface. Sorry about the bug noises. But let's go ahead and let's open this. That was a lot of air, but of course I'm at high altitude. So let's go ahead and let's find out what's in this bag. Throw the garbage in the back of the truck. It won't possibly do this. I assume that this is part of the survival kit. This is first aid. You got your gloves and whatnot. You have the majority of your kit, which appears to be mostly first aid stuff, which is annoying, but it does say first aid first. You got your one size fits all unisex rain poncho. You got a tiny roll of medical tape. Mylar survival blanket. We'll be showing that here in a minute. And it is an actual large one. More bandages and drug facts, because they're required to put this stuff in here because they got triple antibiotic equipment and stuff like that in there. Let's see, is there anything else? Aha, there's a compression wrap or an elastic gauze bandage. Now, I really don't care too much about the first aid kit. It's nice that it has it, but the items that I'm more concerned about are the items that are like here, that are in here. Hopefully there's no wind noise coming across. Scissors, supposedly 10 feet of paracord, which I'm going to say is probably ass cord. Something that I was more curious about is a thermometer compass. I'll pick up the garbage later. But the question is, does the compass work? About as good as it can, but as good as a button compass does. Now, that was loud. It's got a magnifying glass, if I can get it out. If I can get it out. This is safe. It's got a magnifying glass. It's also got a thermometer. What temperature is it out here? It says it's almost 80, which is wrong because it's not. It's like 70 something up here. What else is in the bag? You got your mini roll of duct tape, and you got a bunch of safety pins. But what can I come up with for a shelter on this? Because this is about 10 feet of cord. I might be able to tie a ridgeline, and I know a perfectly good spot over here where to do it. So I'm not particularly good at tying knots or anything, but we'll probably try to see if we can make this work. So jump cut. All right, so I found what I thought was going to be a good spot to set up between these two trees. But as you can tell, my rope ain't long enough. That's a little bit disappointing. So I got to build. I got to improvise. I need to find an L7 branch so I can stake this into the ground. Maybe hang it a little lower. But it's all about improvising. If you don't know what an L7 is, it's something along the lines of this, where you have a little T or an L shape or 7 shape. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, pull the rope tight, and simply just stake it into the ground. This might require a little bit of ingenuity as well, because that doesn't want to go straight into the ground. So I'm going to use my knife. Hell yeah. Now I have a choice between two different things that I want to build my shelter with. Do I want to use the emergency poncho, or do I want to use the emergency blanket? I'm going to go with the emergency blanket because I've only seen vaguely shelters done with it. I just wanted to see what the reality of that was. So let's get on with throwing it up and over the ridgeline and see what the hell happens. All right, now What I've done here is I've done the world's most half-assed plow point. As you can see, it ain't perfect. I secured the ends with the Handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. I could see this lasting a couple of days, maybe not more than a couple of days. But I threw the rain poncho in here, down here is kind of like a threshold. Now, if you really wanted to get into it, you could stuff it full of leaves and stuff, and other branches and stuff underneath it. But this is the worst space-saving blanket I've ever seen, or emergency blanket I've ever seen, because it's transparent. But anyhow, let's see. Can I actually lay under here? So, yeah, let's just do that. I'll just edit the next part out. Oh. I mean, right here is open. There's bugs and crap flying around, but it's actually surprisingly cool in here. And I could easily hunker down in here. I mean, like, I left the front open right here. Like, let's say you had like a fire pit over there or something. I mean, there is a fire pit over there, but it's a little far away. But all in all, this is just a demonstration of a shelter you can make. Now, as I said, it's not going to last very long, but if you wanted to do a like if I wouldn't have did it like a plow point, I could have did it like an A-frames type of situation where it went down equally on each side, then it'd keep more weather off of you. But there ain't no threat of weather anytime in the future. So yeah, I'm surprisingly happy with this, even though it's transparent. But yeah, that's a shitty emergency blanket there, LifeGear. Now, I don't want to get way too into this. I mean, I forgot to mention there's a little tiny ferro rod in there, which the one we tested in the other video worked just fine. I'd assume that one works just fine too. But we got our instant gratification, which is a lighter. So that's a thing. But I mean, hopefully this video wasn't way too half-assed for you. I mean, like, I could get way more in depth. I mean, like, there's some freaking wood over there I could easily split up with my knife and everything, but it kind of just defeats the purpose of me doing a review of this freaking survival first aid kit, which all the stuff in it is pretty well garbage, because if that's your only compass, you're shit out of luck. I mean, the first aid kit takes up too much space. I mean, it's some triple antibiotic ointment and a little gauze roll would have been more than sufficient. I mean, there's plenty of bags and stuff for you to collect water and stuff with, but nothing for you to boil it in. That's the reason for the emotional support water bottle, which is a single-wall stainless steel clean canteen. I mean, any single-walled bottle will work. I mean, you can even use plastic, but it gets brittle after a minute, and it's not exactly good for your health. But hopefully this video wasn't too boring, and it wasn't a little bit too kind of abrupt. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but it's going to go up on the internet anyway. Go ahead and check out one of these other two things. They are also things.